Young men, listen to an old man to whom old men listened when he was young. To seek to keep the established constitution unchanged argues a good citizen and a good man. May it be my privilege to have the happiness of establishing the Commonwealth on a firm and secure basis and thus enjoy the reward which I desire, but only if I may be called the author of the best possible government. Bear with me the hope when I die that the foundations which I have laid for its future government, will stand firm and stable. Wars, both civil and foreign, I undertook throughout the world, on sea and land, and when victorious I spared all citizens who sued for pardon. At the age of 19, on my own initiative and at my own expense, I raised an army by means of which I restored liberty to the Republic, which had been oppressed by the tyranny of a faction. After this time I surpassed all others in authority, but I had no more power than the others who were also my colleagues in office. Those who slew my father I drove into exile, punishing their deed by due process of law, and afterwards when they waged war upon the Republic I twice defeated them in battle. Unless Caesar Augustus is unwittingly complying with the will of God, if it is true that in his divine wisdom he has ordained that Joseph and Mary should go to Bethlehem at this time. In spite of their past accomplishments, Augustus despised the Greeks and extended his favor to the strongest of his day. There was a young man in Rome that was very like Augustus Caesar. Augustus took knowledge of it and sent for the man, and asked him, "Was your mother never at Rome?" He answered, "No, sir, but my father was." In his days shall the righteous flourish, and abundance of peace so long as the moon endureth, must not be explained as signifying such earthly peace as the world enjoyed under Caesar Augustus, as many believe, but peace with God, or spiritual peace. Cicero distrusted Augustus, but respected his determination and talent for organization. Having attained my highest hopes, fathers of the Senate, what more have I to ask of the immortal gods than that I may retain this same unanimous approval of yours to the very end of my life? I rebuilt the Capitol and the Theatre of Pompey, each work at enormous cost, without any inscription of my name. If we could survive without a wife, citizens of Rome, all of us would do without that nuisance, but nature has so decreed that we cannot manage comfortably with them, nor live in any way without them. We must plan for our lasting preservation rather. When the dictatorship was offered to me, both in my presence and my absence, by the people and Senate, when Marcus Marcellus and Lucius Arruntius were consuls, I did not accept it. I rebuilt aqueducts in many places that had decayed with age, and I doubled the capacity of the Martian aqueduct by sending a new spring into its channel. I'd always thought the world was a wish-granting factory,